third video in the Burlington High School Feasibility Study series. The previous video explored the existing conditions of the current high school building and its deficiencies in space and programming. In this video, we will provide an overview of how the options were developed with the project team and stakeholders. We will describe the major categories of options and show the initial general approach to each of them. And we will explain why several approaches have already been eliminated as viable options. As we move forward, it's important to note that this video will only provide an overview of this information. To learn more, please see the PDP report available on the project website. In developing and assessing these options, the following goals were kept in mind: to allow the realization of the district's educational program, to create spaces that provide flexibility and technology that will accommodate future changes in education, as well as collaborative and team-based learning, to keep cost in mind, making sure that it's sustainable and considers both initial construction cost and long-term lifecycle costs, to limit disruption to existing operations and teaching and learning during construction, to create building designs that will support the community programs and community entities that are currently housed in the Burlington High School, to improve vehicular traffic and parking, to provide natural light in all classrooms and laboratories and consider green space and opportunities for outdoor learning, and to retain the existing gymnasiums and auditorium or provide equivalent spaces in a new design. The process for developing the options to date have included 3 visioning sessions held with school faculty, staff, and administration, as well as parents, students, and residents. These sessions were facilitated by David Stephen of New Vista Design. Meetings were also held with the superintendent and Burlington High School principal, and conversations with community members at the Town Center Beer Garden and local Business Fest also informed goals for this project. Presentations to the Burlington School Building Committee were part of this process as well. When considering what's best for the high school, there are categories of options. The first category is to upgrade and renovate the existing building. This approach is code compliance upgrades only, including energy, accessibility, and life safety. Scope may include roof or window replacement, but would definitely include mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire protection systems replacement, and accessibility upgrades. It is assumed that this option would require temporary modular swing space during construction. The second option is a renovation and expansion of the existing building. 5 options have been explored to possibly renovate and expand the current building and could be explored in detail in the PDP on the project website. Generally, the strategies involve removing certain underperforming portions of the structure while maintaining the larger areas, like the gymnasiums, cafeteria, and select classroom wings. New large additions would connect to renovated and reprogrammed areas with efficient layouts to provide modern amenities, satisfying the project goals. The third option would be a new construction and complete replacement of the existing school. 5 options have been explored for a new building on the existing high school property with varying locations and project details. With all new options, the phasing and logistics associated with the replacement school are much more fluid than a renovation. This would result in a shorter construction duration and less disruption to students and existing operations during construction. Multiple locations have been explored as viable for a new construction school, including the current student parking lot and the existing track and field. Depending on the options, each of which can be explored in more detail in the PDP on the project website. A new multi-story building provides all new academic spaces and state-of-the-art learning environments, with varying options to include community programming or retention of the select building elements from the existing school in the plan. The fourth option explored was that of an alternative site. Late in the PDP phase, a single site in the town arose as an available option and possible alternate location for a replacement school. This option explored the possibility of utilizing a neighboring building for the high school core academic program. The design team met with the owners of the vacant 3-story office and laboratory space and evaluated the engineer's drawings. While the building was essentially a shell and ready for development, it was roughly half the size needed for the designated programming. There were also significant traffic concerns and connectivity issues to the existing school site and facilities, as the building is located across a state highway. The alternative site option was eliminated by the School Building Committee in January of 2025, following the submission of the PDP report. This option was removed due to the cost of the purchase and retrofitting of the building to make ready for a learning environment, a lack of necessary space, and proximity to other school facilities. 5 other options were presented to the School Building Committee on October 10th and were also eliminated. These approaches require lengthy project timelines and temporary off-site swing space for the entire student population and faculty, which the town cannot support. These options can be viewed on the project website under PDP Appendix D. During the next phase of the study, called the PSR, or Preferred Schematic Report phase, the design team, along with the district, will continue to evaluate the cost and scope of each option. Current estimates place a renovation-only project at around $330 million. An addition renovation option would cost between $271 and $313 million. A new construction project would cost anywhere from $311 to $347 million, depending on the approach. The desire to relocate community programs in proximity to the high school will also be evaluated during this phase. This will further inform the selection and schematic development of the new construction replacement options. The project team will continue to work with the town to narrow down the options of all major approaches in order to further develop the selected options. To stay current with the most up-to-date information, and for news and opportunities to add your voice to the discussion, including upcoming building tours and community forums, please visit the project website at bhsbuildingproject.com.